Okay, welcome back to Rimworld with Rim War. Yeah, so you can see we're looking a lot better now. Quite a lot better. We have a functioning base, we have electricity, we have comforts, all is well. So, yeah, we got a few people. Let's see, Aura. I think Aura was part of a raid, I'm almost certain. And I grabbed her because she had good plants, good intellectual, good construction. She was, however, unwaveringly loyal, and that means you're becoming a slave. Thankfully, I have a mod that lets slave. Actually, I think it was part of that tweak mod that lets slaves do every job except for wardening. Because it's like, why can't a slave research for you? If you're gonna let a slave cook your food, I assume you trust them to do research for you. So that's been good. She is like my best colonist, really. I mean, she kind of can do everything pretty well that I care about. Then we had Nap. Nap was part of a quest. Like she was 9, running from some rats or something, and I saw that I think she had a passion. She had a single passion in plants, and she had fast walker, which is really nice to have, and menagerist for any animals, even though she's not really that good at animals. And I was like, okay, I mean, she's 9, so we can put some time into her, become an investment. So I grabbed her, and I really just focused on her learning, and she ended up becoming pretty great at 13. I mean, not really bad at all. I really tried to make her into a research drone. But she ended up with a double passion in plants, too. So if we really want to go in on plants, we have a lot of that. Because we also got Penna. Penna, I think, was also from a raid. I don't remember now. I think. I don't remember. But we recruited Penna. And she's staggeringly ugly, which isn't great. But she is a brawler, which is good with her big melee skill. We can't ever let that pass Marox, but, you know. She's workaholic, which isn't really that good. Also has really good plant skill. And since Nap is really good at intellectual, that means that Penna does most of the plant work. But Penna also is good with animals. And so I did do what I said and started to raise some animals. We've got kind of a collection. I don't have anything focused yet at this point. We've got dromedaries mostly because they have a pack animal and they have a 130% caravan riding speed. I grabbed these pilgrims, which also have 170% riding speed, but they're not pack animals. So I figure if I'm doing hauling, it's good to have the dromedaries. If I'm just hauling ass, then the pilgrims are pretty good. And then a merchant came by and I bought a couple pigs, because pigs are really good for meat. Not that I really need it, because this is another biome where we just have a lot of animals that I can kill. But yeah, anyways. We're quite good on food at the moment, so I don't think we'll worry too much. And that's just because nutrient paste is obscenely good. It really is. Especially, I mean, even if you have the mood debuff, it's really good. But if you remove the mood debuff through your ideology, then it's just ridiculously good. Yeah, I mean, eventually, if you're just living a life of luxury with a small colony, it's worth just having, like, lavish meals for the mood buffs and stuff. But honestly, not having to cook, spend all their time cooking meals and running in and out of the freezer, and not having to ever worry about food poisoning or anything, it's just really nice. Nutrient paste is good. So this is the stuff from Vanilla Nutrient Paste Expanded. doesn't really do that much with this setup that you couldn't do with just the regular nutrient paste dispenser. And look at what... I just love the ingredients that it's in our vat. Pumpkins, rat meat, eggplants, peanuts, dromedary meat, primate meat, berries, lemons, agave fruit, cheetah meat, and corn. Yum. No wonder it gives a fucking mood debuff normally. Yeah, so that's been good. We have plumbing, and most of this is thanks to our nice Helixian pump. This thing's fantastic too, because it never stops. You know, it just will never run out. It's not like a finite thing that you're drilling. It's forever. And it's not affected by solar flares, which is really nice. You know, your electricity will go down, but anything that runs purely off gas will not. So that includes our freezer coolers. So our freezer will stay cold during solar flares. We do have a couple just generators working off of the gas. So again, that's just infinite electricity. And I also researched industrial generators, so I could put in the big boy that does 3,600 watts. And we can certainly run that off of this pump. But if I ever need more gas, we have another one right here. So, yeah. Beyond that, what else? We got Psychite Brewing, so we have Psychite tea, a very nice supply of that, and we're set. Just take that every couple days. Helps a lot with mood and rest and all that. I did put in a master bedroom for Maroc, blood red with braziers. I could probably just, like, fill this with, like, heaters and stuff to keep it at 300 degrees, or actually, it's probably will combust at a certain point. I don't know. But yeah, that's worthy of her title. The master bedroom. Very impressive. Very spacious. Instead of going for large crates, which I did in the kitchen, I went with these 2-tier display shelves, and I gotta say, it looks really good. When they're facing the camera like this and stuff, it looks solid. You get to see everything laid out like that. That's nice. Whereas the crates, if I just dump all my shit in these big crates, it's like picking through and trying to, like, well, okay, what's in that crate, and, you know, what's there in the back. Yeah, these are nice, I gotta say. So we have, I grew a bunch of cloth, or I grew a bunch of cotton. I'm growing more cotton because I did carpeting, so I researched that. And I wanted to make some clothing. So, you know, we're pretty set on clothing, I think, at the moment. Except, see, your groin is going to be exposed. Oh no, you're wearing pants, even though it barely shows that. I don't know. I wish I just wanted, like, an alert. I think there is a custom alert mod, maybe, that would work. But just, like, tell me, because I have it set where they take off tattered apparel when it becomes tattered. But then, if there's no replacement, you know, they'll just go without it. So right now, Nap is missing a shirt. So, I guess the way to do it would be to say, make button-down shirt, 1 per person, set it to be count equipped, and and then this will set it so that everyone has one. And then we also would want to set it so that it's 51%. So we make sure that we always have, among our whole colony, at least 1 per person button-down shirts that they can wear. That's probably what you're meant to do. But that feature is not in the base game, so that is a mod. Normally in the base game, I guess you would just have to pay attention. You can also edit who counts as a person, which I think it's not counting... Yeah, it's not counting slaves, because she's wearing the body strap. But she still complained about not having her groin covered. And we want to keep our slaves happy. Which brings me to a separate point. I had complained, I think, during the 40k thing that I felt like if a slave was really happy, like super high mood, and she has 100% mood, there should be no risk of them breaking out. Because why would they want to go? Why would they want to leave? If you are literally 100% happy in your current situation, why would you want to leave? She is unwaveringly loyal. I get that, and I have my own issues with that, and we'll probably dev mode that out eventually. Like, I feel like by year 5, if she's just at 100% mood all the time, it's like, okay, she'll just join us, right? So we'll probably dev mode that in. But regardless, I think if a slave is really happy, they shouldn't really want to break out for most situations. So I looked for a mod. I did find a mod. It doesn't do that automatically, though. It has to be part of your ideology. So it adds 2 precepts, slavery status symbol and slavery terror symbol, which basically status symbol means that if they have no break risk, they'll never start rebellions. Whereas terror symbol is the opposite, I guess. If they're always at risk of break, then they'll never start a rebellion. So technically for our religion, our ideology, we should have terror symbol, but I can't bring myself to do that because that's just mean. That's mean, man. And she's too good. I don't want her to break out. I want her to stay here forever. I want to eventually have her become just a colonist. So, because she's also got the highest social, so I want her to do wardening. So eventually, yeah. We'll say January, April, May 1st of 5505. If she's still here, alive, and high mood, I'm just gonna say that she joins. Right. What else was there? Let me do... So you can't... Yeah. I have to go in each one and do that, and do that, do that. And for pants, we do want to count slaves. So I want her to have pants so she's happier. Sombreros, because it helps with heat a lot. That's a good one. And we'll do the same. We'll count slaves. I mean, boots are good too. I mean, this is all good. You gotta set all this up. Gotta set it all up. And we'll give her boots too. Oh, it's already giving her boots. Good. Or was it? Oh, right. There you go. Backpacks are good too. We like backpack. And I don't think that messes with slave suppression, so we'll give it to her as well. I think that's good. Let me just then go to slave. We're going to allow boots. We're going to allow backpacks. We're going to allow sombreros. We're going to allow pants. I think that's good. I don't think she cares about her having a button-down shirt or not. So, all right. We got a smithy set up to make bronze, because it lets us extend our steel supply a decent amount more. And I made centurion armor out of bronze for Mangg. It's not stupendous or anything. Like, these are not incredible defensive stats. But let me tell you, Mangg is fucking nuts. She is, like, unstoppable. Look at this. She's almost hit 20 melee. And for her expertise, I went with piercing. which adds 5% crit chance per point. So she's already got plus 45%. She basically crits forever. I think, didn't her sword? Yeah, it also adds. So maybe that was unnecessary with that sword. Oh no. Okay. So that is still really good, because it's not just additive. Yeah, so that is really nice. So 47% crit chance, depending on the defender crit chance, I guess. But that means that she gets crit herself less. And it's kind of almost a problem how powerful she is, because I'm trying to get a person to be oh, I should probably butcher these people. Yeah, I mean, I did that before with some visitors and there wasn't any repercussions, like mood debuffs or anything. Oh, I guess I don't even have to. I could just arrest them. Okay, that's a lot easier then. Well, we could get the kid. No, we'll get the, Oh, the kid's gonna come at me with a fucking beer bottle? Fine. Your funeral. Dumbass. Alright, because I wanted a prisoner for a blood bank. Hemogen farm. Because she needs hemogen to survive, and she gets some from killing stuff, but I'm not killing that much stuff. So we need hemogen farm to keep things going. I have 2 vials left. Okay, and that added 1 vial, so yeah, we'll drain this old bitch dry. Okay, so speaking of killing stuff, you'll notice I actually removed Raider as one of my things. And that's because I was already, like, at the start, getting penalties for not having any conquests recently. And that was rough, because especially, I mean, there's just, like, it's you're not meant to have those big debuffs at the start. So I don't know why her expectations were so high of having conquests. Especially because I went out when I had that and I was like, okay, I'll attack one of these caravan, like one of these scouting parties. Not something like that, but some of the scouting parties were pretty weak. I mean, here, this is a scouting party with combat power of 239. It's not nothing, but she was pretty powerful, so I thought, okay, I'll do that. And I attacked a little party, and I killed them, but that didn't count as a conquest. And so I was like, okay, fuck. And so I went to this settlement, which is, of course, the faction's capital. I knew that I wasn't going to kill it or anything, wipe it out, but I just wanted to see, like, how beefy it is. It's beefy. They had, like, 30 people. They had shield belts. They had turrets. Like, they are, like, endgame industrial sort of stuff. So it's going to be tricky to eventually do that, but that's besides the point. So, yeah, I mean, this one over here, this is a settlement point of 5,878, so also ridiculous. The 6,200, 8,100, 3,700. They're spreading, man. I mean, they are doing well for themselves. So it's really going to be an uphill battle to actually wipe these out. It's basically going to be like, I have to just build up and get just a massive force of, like, robots and things like that. And then towards the end, we make a big sweep to try and wipe out all these settlements. But it's going to be nothing for a long time. I could try and hit these trading caravans and stuff, which would be awesome. But I really have to be observant. To see if any are nearby that I could actually wipe out. Because they move pretty quick, you know. So, yeah, it's gonna be rough. I did go to, like, an abandoned lab or something. It was, like, I didn't know. I thought it was a mech lab, but it was a genetic lab. And there was just a few genetic, like, monstrosities there that she easily killed. And I ended up getting a bunch of genetic shit, which, if I ever can sell it, will sell for really well. You know, I could hit some of these work sites, although a lot of them are friendly, I think. And I wish it told you. It tells you the, like, the scouting party and stuff, if it's an ally or hostile or neutral. But this, I have to look at the Dane clan and see if the Dane clan is friendly or not. I skipped it, didn't I? I'm pretty sure there's a mod that tells you if it's hostile or friendly. How am I not seeing the Dane clan? I don't know if the Dane clan exists. It's not here. What the fuck is the Dane clan? Oh, well, they're hostile. You could just click that button. So I could just go there and kill them just to kill stuff and get 301 wood, I suppose. My settlement points are 84. Minimum amount for AI aggression is 954. So, yeah, we're weak. We're so weak. Once we get turrets and stuff, though, it'll be a different tune. But yeah, she's just really fucking powerful. And that gore feast that just auto heals her after any, like, bruises and cuts she takes. It's so good. I haven't even tried Infernal Heart yet, so I don't want to spend 30 hemogen. We got a knife, and you have a great bow. Okay. Oh yeah, the long jump is obscenely good for range stuff. I got raided by the civil... Woo! Jesus, that's some anime shit. I got raided by the Civil Union, and they brought in a grenade launcher, and I just jumped right to him and cut off his head, and it was awesome. Done. Like, she just kills everything. She just destroys. It's ridiculous. Oh, and a passive cooler if I want. Why not? What else you got in here? I can grab some chairs. Maybe I will. Alright, I think that's about it. Yep, that will be it. Okay. That was easy. Reform caravan. Alright, we will take... well, we'll take the wood, because that's what we came for, I guess. And then I can take an ammo pack. I guess I'll take the chairs. Sandbags weigh nothing for some reason, so we'll take that, and I'll take the passive cooler. I could take the wooden doors, because I have slate doors everywhere, and they're pretty slow. So sure, let's take the doors. All right, nice. Fun stuff. I never do stuff like that. Like, I always ignore these work sites, but it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to kill shit and take stuff. Now here's a scouting party, but look how fast they fucking move. Like, I can't catch up to that. I gotta get vehicles. Eventually we'll get cars, and they won't have cars, so we'll have the advantage there. Quarry worker? I don't have a quarry worker. What are you talking about? Oh, my Chemogen bank has muscle parasites. Okay, well, I don't care. No medical care. Unless that means you're not going to operate, because I do want you to operate. So we'll do doctor care, fine. Tony Schaefer wants to stay here for 17 days and do no work. I don't know, Tony. But I could build honor with the 863rd Colonial Division. 17 days, just an eternity, though. 55 beat Kavas. For a couple great helmets. Now, I did do... These are all from Alpha Crafts. So, I actually did one of these. They wanted 140 gravy. And I was like, okay, gravy is just made from meat. And I did have a good amount of meat. So I said, fuck it, I'll make it. It took 5 days to deliver it. But it got me a Psylink Neuroformer, which I gave to Nap. So she could become a Harmonist. And she got Psychic Guidance, which is a buff. A physical buff. If I ever need to make Marak even more insane. But then she could get, like, Transmute Stone. Or... Oh, boy. Bend probability for something to happen. Mind Control. Transmutation. Health Swap. Skill Roll. Yeah, there's some stuff in there. Why are you sleeping on the fucking ground? Okay. Let's get rid of these stools. We don't need those anymore. Stools are lame. And we can get rid of these doors. So we got better doors coming in. Sure. Easy peasy. Oh yeah, I wanted training dummy. Do I gain factor 100%? 100%. Alright, but I actually have hay, so we'll do the training dummy. The prisoner's escaping. Also... Okay, well I can tell you one thing, you're not escaping. What? Dude, you don't want Marak to find out about this, so you better stop it. Good. No storage space. Really? Oh. Oh yeah, because I've been butchering humans and we're eating people. So you should allow for human corpses. As long as they're not rotten. Ooh, ceramics is left out. Why does ceramics degrade? Yeah, so this pillbox I grabbed from the prefab catalog, and there's a new mod that adds like a whole slew of different, like literally the shooting platform would probably be even better. Spacer electronics. Why? What the fuck is that in the middle? I don't know. I don't know what that is. I mean, obviously, it's a very simple design that I could... Oh, it's an outdoor solar lamp. Okay, but you don't... That's the opposite of what you want, at least with Combat Extended. You don't want your own position lit up. You want the enemy to be lit up. So that's just questionable. But that's fine. That's good enough. We can use that. And then I probably want another one of those, like, here. Fine. There you go. And that's mostly covers all our bases. The problem is I don't really have a great shooter. You know? Marak obviously is melee god. Penna's really good with melee too, with Brawler. Nap has a passion for it, but really has never had an opportunity to use it because I actually can make ammo. But yeah, I haven't. And everything just dies to Marak, so it's like, why shoot anything? I picked up this grenade launcher from that one raid, and they were brought along fucking flesh breaker grenades filled with gas containing flesh breaker, which sounds really nasty, and I'd like to see it in effect. So maybe the next melee raid that comes along, I'm just gonna have Nap do some target practice. Okay, see this is dumb. This is dumb. You have sandbags. Why wouldn't you just use the ones you have? Because now I have to go through this manually. Is this another thing that there's a mod for? I'm sure. Have them use buildings, minified buildings. What a tedious fucking process. There you go. Is pig pregnant? You're not pregnant. Oh, you are pregnant. Good. Breed, piggies, breed. Yeah, so things are looking okay. Research has been slow, as always, at the start of the game. Nothing super fantastically quick. But we've been getting a few things that I wanted. And yeah, so, I got it all in one building here, as you can see, which is very different for me. It's kind of aesthetically nice, I gotta say, but there is the issue of, like, planning. I'm bad at planning ahead. Some people plan out their entire base at the start of the game. Like, they spawn, they pause, and they plan the whole thing out. I'm not really good at that. I can't visualize well enough. So I've had to just sort of paste things on and expand some rooms and stuff. Pack of man-hunting rats, huh? Okay, get out there and kill. Melee search and destroy. The range seems really not hot. Raid from the White Creek Settlement. Here we go. He's coming in with a Chris Vector Gen 2. Yeesh. Okay, I don't think I want to have Nap out there to try target practice. This is something we just want to long jump to and kill. It's gonna head this way. And I get out of there. Ah! That I might not be able to recover from. Never mind. The Gore Feast is too fucking good. Okay, then just go rest. Someone will... I mean, you'll probably patch all this up pretty quick. Just walking. Fucking Gore Feast. That torso bruises. Yeah, the actual gunshots. A little tricky. Alright. It's gonna behoove her to actually go kill something again. Not fucking boomalopes, but this iguana. Trigger Gore Feast again. There you go. It's a little cheesy, I'll admit. A little cheesy, but I'm okay with it. Oh, so now, yeah, we got a Chris Vector Gen 2, which uses 9mm. Not amazing compared to the stuff we were doing last playthrough, but against, like, medieval people, that's a very solid gun. So, yeah, I'd really love to have it as a sidearm, because this grenade launcher is cool. But I don't want the grenade launcher in every situation. I don't know. We really just need to get another person that's great with shooting. Or we need to get mechs. And I was very, very much considering going up and doing this. And I guess that's something we can do in this video. So once Marak's fully healed. Ow. There you go. Butcher a little kid. All good. All good. She should probably smelt. Okay. Smelt. Tainted apparel. Forever. Regardless. And destroy forever tainted apparel. There we go. I could get washing machines, to be honest. I guess. Maybe I shouldn't do that. We could just clean all this stuff. There's like, we got like blackjack and stuff in here. Alright. What are we researching? We're getting microelectronics. After that, I guess, get washing machine. So she kills everything, so I don't ever get a chance to like strip. Everything becomes tainted immediately, covered in gore. But let's go kill this thing. Yeah, that doesn't... The fire doesn't bother you. So I think it's usually just a Scyther we have to fight, which is going to be interesting. So the reason that I want to have Marak be the Mechanitor is because A, she's got the best crafting, and B, she's going to be at the front line of everything. So I won't need really sergeants or anything for the mech command area, because she'll always be there. And eventually, you know, we can put her in like the mech war casket or something. Oh, it's going to be a Scorcher. Perfect. Couldn't be better. You scorch me, baby. No, don't run for cover. No, you're at 100% health. Please. Oh my god, I can't even like force it. You can't override it. It's just... Okay, this is fruitless. Please. Jump too far. Just kill it. There you go. Thank you. Mechlick installed. And we got a Constructoid right away, which is going to deconstruct the ship for me. Nice. Okay. I don't really need a Constructoid too much. We don't construct a whole lot. And, you know. But it's a start. So now we're going to have to research to get some stuff. And I think it's kind of pointless to go down the regular mech tree. Based on my previous experience, the... yeah, I mean, we could just grab this, and that's just better. Hold on a second. Okay. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, right. So we're just going to go on Dead Man Switch, because I think it's just better than the mech shit. I know it's a little samey after what we just did last playthrough, but, you know... Now we can actually do some of those, like, other quests for it, where we can travel to it. And we could get some of, like, the android stuff going. That could be fun. But yeah, I mean, just like getting the soldats is pretty nice, because then I just have a team of shooters with me, and I don't have to recruit. I don't have to recruit anyone else. And honestly, Penna probably could be ditched, but she is pretty good with medical for the moment. So we'll keep that. So then, yeah, this 4 plus a bunch of robots is probably a solid enough team to rule the world. Okay. Good. Good, good. So we'll get that research going on. And I should probably build like a mech chamber. Yeah, I should build a mech chamber. So, got plenty of slate. And look at that little constructoid helping out. What do we got for steel? Quite a bit. So let's do concrete for the mech room. Defend the deadbeat rig. Cole Brick Schmidt, Big Cheese of the deadbeat rig, has requested our help. Okay, so, oh boy. They're sending 1 private against 3 drifters, 2 scavenger thrashers, and a scavenger gunner. But I could get an amorphous polymer short sword. Masterwork named Furious Beaver. Made out of amorphous polymer. That's from the Cinders mod. Strange burnt smell and rough biological tentacle tissue attached, resembling coke but completely non-flammable. So that's okay. And then a USAS 12 Masterwork with 40 buck. That'll be pretty nice. Full auto fire. Yeah, that'll be pretty nice slapping that on a robot. Assuming I can. Okay, I guess. We'll see how it goes. Marock's good at killing. So they're scavengers, so they're tox. So the flesh breaker, I don't know if it'll do anything. They generally all have gas masks and stuff on anyways. I mean, it might. But I think we'll just send Marock as usual. So let's do that. Skirmish is here. So it'll be Marock with a Pilgrim. And I could bring a Dromedary just for loot purposes. And that actually increases our movement speed massively for some reason. I don't know. Oh, because of our percentage of mass or something like that. I don't have any food. Right, so what we want to do... just extract 10 meals. Should show up. Yeah, there we go. It's only a day away, so honestly, that's fine. And yep, that awesome mod that just makes it go instantly. I love it. I'm at enough disadvantages when it comes to Rim War here, and I need to send caravans instantly. to 5 vials. Not too bad. Bleeding her dry. Big open field. Alright, so what do they got? He's got a fucking PKM. That's pretty good. They only have a Lee Enfield and some melee, so if we stick with him, we should do pretty well for ourselves. Let him pick off as much as possible, and we'll clean up the rest. Did he get the guy with the Enfield? Or did they put that away? Oh no, he's... Oh, he did. He fucking sniped the shit out of him. Alright. Then I will assist. Boom. Demolished. Demolished. Easy. Oh, yeah, dude, he's not fucking around. Always something, huh? I think we're good here. Reform caravan to go back home. And we get to take some goodies. 5 mechanoid eggs, some cigars, some ammo. I guess I'll take the Lee Enfield. Why not? Bunch of shitty clothes I probably don't care about. That's kind of it. The pack of survival meals and a medicine. Go. I gotta teach you another lesson, old lady. Look, now your blood is on the ground. That's not where it should be. Blood should be in a vial in my fridge. That's where it should be. Stupid old lady. Microelectronics. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, I probably could set up like a Hemogen farm building. I wouldn't be shocked if that's in here somewhere. Sanguiphage. Hemogen extraction. There you go. It's a little overkill, I think. Yeah, it's a little overkill, but that's the idea. So what? Is that some sort of special death rest stuff? Drain casket. Designed to extract hemogen from an individual while maintaining their life force at the barest minimum. Produces 2 packs a day as long as the occupant has food and the casket is connected to a hemogen network. Oh, and it can just draw from nutrient paste, the pipeline. Damn. That's pretty great. Yeah, so we don't have to do all the death rush shit, because that's for the vampires. But yeah, we could... The drain casket at least is nice. I don't think it's a priority yet, but in the long run, it would be nice to just have that. Also, I changed it so chunks can stack. And you could set it to stack as much as you want. It defaulted to like 25, and I was like, that's too much. That's a little cheesy. So I just put it at 3. I think it's a reasonable enough number. Better watch out. Bennett keeps training all day. He's gonna pass up. No, he'll never pass up Maroc. I don't think it just automatically makes them the leader. I don't think. You have to do like the ritual, the duel of esotericism. And you're not beating Maroc in a duel. I don't care. I don't care what you have to say. Right, so we want the high-tech research bench. 10 components. That's the pricey thing until I get fabrication online and all that, but you got it. I mean, you have to build this. It is the secret to all power. And then we can also get I should also get the loading bench going so that we can make ammo for all our shit. But we want those robots online. Oh yeah, this one, I stole this from that lab. An ancient cryo freezer. Its market value is really shitty. When I took it, it was much higher than that. Like on the screen where you take stuff. I wouldn't have taken it if I saw it was 98. So I don't know. I guess I could just deconstruct it and deconstruct these. Yeah, okay. Hand cannon. Okay. Yeah, good stuff. It's good stuff. So now once we get a soldat, hopefully he can equip that big-ass rifle. Or the shotgun, masterwork shotgun. And we'll get a few of those going. And get maybe the shaft worker or whatever that can just infinitely drill for us once we get that going. Things will be pretty simple then. $2,100 combat power because it's a whole trading caravan. I mean, you know what those look like. But they're scouting parties. 3,400 combat power. Like I cannot take this. I could go to a battle site that has multiple. Yeah, because then I could potentially pick up a lot of good shit. So if we send here, I don't know if I'll get there in time is the problem. I'm really kind of nestled in here. That makes it hard to... Yeah, those battles don't take very long, unfortunately. But those are probably what I should be on the lookout for. Okay, center. But you really have to just be on alert and just looking at all times. on this screen to see if there's anything opportunistic. Why are you wearing tainted gloves? Nap developed a psychite addiction. Right. So that's because she's not 18. And so she has a different rate for addiction compared to adults. And the schedule that we have from this mod that just gives you this, it's set for adults in mind. And I should have thought of that and had her be not on addiction. The thing is, a psychite addiction is like the least of your possible concerns, because ideally she's gonna be we're gonna have Psych IT forever, you know, so it really should never run out. So it's not that big of a deal, but yeah. Summit Crab. What happened here? What is this? When the fuck did this happen? FN Scar Grenadier? This must have been pretty recent. This must have just happened. Yeah, I don't see a Summit Crab anywhere, so that must have been very brief. I don't know what the fuck happened here, but yeah, definitely all this shit. All right, I really don't have to make any guns then for a while. I just can make some ammo. Storage space. Mechanoid corpses. There's another mod that I guess people tend to play Rimworld with called Empire, which lets you actually expand and make multiple settlements and like conquer other factions in order to add them to your empire, and so they kind of work in conjunction. But I guess Empire is like even far more buggier and performance intensive than Rimworld. So it's rarely actually recommended. Let's move that to the end, actually. Can I not do that? There you go. Let's just get robots online and then worry about washing machines. Yeah, so, power is okay. Steel we're good on. Components is fine. There's a lot of compacted machinery on the map, so I'm not overly worried about anything at the moment, which is always nice. building up our nice big hemogen supply. Oh yeah, 10 total again. Good, good, good. Right, foundational tech, so that lets us build trash bins if I want to just have a cleaning bot. I don't have that much bandwidth, but I could get rid of the constructoid. I want a trash bin. I don't really have that much space to ever care about the minimal amount of time it takes to clean. So we'll skip the trash bin. It's been pretty peaceful overall. I have gotten multiple raids, like, since the first video in this video. It's probably about 6 raids. But they've all been, except for one, they've all been just like one guy with a, you know, a hatchet or something like that, or maybe a couple guys. Or, well, there was one raid with the grenade launcher. That one was surprisingly tough compared to the other ones, because there was a grenade launcher, there was a Lee Enfield, I think, and then a melee dude. I mean, it wasn't tough, but compared to everything else, it was like, okay, this is a step up. And that was from the Union. And then there was one that was an Archon raid. And that's like Ultra Tech. He comes in with like a complete shield belt. He comes in fully armored and with like a sword. And I was like, okay, this is probably a reload. But no, I pretty much one-shot. So it didn't mean anything. What do you mean you've been trapped? That happens all the time now. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Free desperate refugees. No, we are not a charity organization. Thank you. What, they broke through my fucking fence? Oh, I need more wood. Wood hasn't been that big of a problem thanks to like this section down here. This is very lush. Yeah, I mean, this is all arid shrubland, but shrubland's not too bad. It's not a true desert. There are scattered groves of trees, so this is a really nice area for wood. It's not that big of a concern. Okay, so now we can get the constructor and the recharger, so we will do so. Oh, yeah, I mean... Okay, so there have been things... You'll research a new tech for a building, like a workbench or something, but you have to, if you're using gas, you want to make sure to check this page, because that's where all the gas-powered stuff is. So I built a refinery, not realizing there was a gas-powered refinery. And I'd really prefer to use gas as much as possible, but obviously there's not going to be a gas recharger. That would be pretty nice. But yeah, so that'll use up some power for sure. Also, this is 500 steel. And we're probably going to want to mine some more steel. Let the constructoid do its thing for now. Good little bot. Oh, it's not a debris. What? Where would I break that down again? Maybe that's... No, I don't remember now. I don't know where you break that down. You boomalopes are getting a little close here. What are you doing? It's easy steal. And we need more power. Resurrect War Walkers. Fucking walkers. I'm not gonna waste time on or resources on the Falcon or Noctilla. I just want Soldats for now. Okay, I think we can deconstruct this little guy. There you go. I don't really want him charging, because I don't need excess tox packs at this point. I think we're good on hay grass, actually. What are we not good on? I feel like I have pretty much everything I need. I could do Blaze Bulb for Promethean, but it's going to explode. Yeah, that's not going to be good. Okay, I guess just do more Psychoid for now. I also good on Cloth, but whatever. Yeah, alright, good. So we're mostly playing defensively. We could go take out another logging work site, I suppose. Those are not bad. There is the Merchants Guild. Ooh, they buy and sell basically everything in the game. I mean, they buy everything. They sell potentially anything. They have like a rotating supply, and that one's really close, so it'd be good to pay a visit. So we'd want to send Aura. I don't know if you can send a slave. So I guess Penna is okay. That's gonna mean you can just send a slave on their own. So is that a really bad idea? What would we want to sell to them? Subcore. Jade we can sell. The Hexagel we can sell. A lot of this, like, oh, the Geno Frame. Yeah, legendary Geno Frame. Absolutely. Some of these guns we could potentially sell. That Amorphous Polymer Short Sword. I don't think that's better than the Halberd. So we can sell that. Some of these lighter guns and stuff I don't care too much about. Yeah, once you get into fucking FN scars and stuff, you're not using a Lee Enfield. It's mostly it. And then probably all our silver, in case we want to buy something. Must assign at least one non-slave colonist who can walk. Alright, we'll send Marak with to make sure she does as she's told. Yeah, we're just in this little nestled valley with the river that makes it hard to get in and out. Which is pretty helpful if you're playing defensively. But seeing as how we want to... we keep going out, it's a little annoying. Until I get like a helicopter. But then I can't load helicopters with robots, apparently. So, I don't know. Okay. So we're selling this. Yeah, so they barter. So you don't actually get to know the value of the shit that you're selling to them. But that's okay, because this is all going to be worth something. So I actually could sell Aura, but that would be a big mistake. And we could buy some other slaves or colonists, but I don't really need any. I said I was pretty happy with the 4 we have. So I think it's fine. Plenty of animals we could buy. Jesus. Food, I don't think we need to buy, so we can skip all that. Components, they have 680 of them. And stamponents. And yeah, they have everything. They have everything we could want. Components would be pretty good. Oh god, look. My stuff's not worth that much to them. And they didn't take the Geno frames, apparently. I don't know who I'm ever going to sell that. A genetics trade ship. Genetic supplier trade ship, I guess. Fuck. Is that really? I'm going to sell all I made this trip for 8 components? I guess. It's not the worst. I don't think we need any drugs. I don't really need steel at the moment. There might be some other Silink neuroformers you could buy. Prefabs. I could buy a small prison. That's kind of handy. Elixian gas depot. How much would that set me back? Not as much as I thought. It's not bad. It's really unnecessary, though. Like, I can just build a small prison. You know? If I gave it any thought. A lot of ammo, of course. It's going to be a big list. Psi trainers. Books. So this would be for certain research. Grilling one wouldn't be, but I mean, it's like, I'm not going to spend money on that. Research is not that big of a deal. Really, you'd want to, like, possibly, like a blueprint, you know, where that you need to research a certain thing. That would be something. But that's none of this stuff. You can buy fuel rods. Buster control chipsets. You need one of those for the hermit crab mech, which is really good. Bionics. Loads of bionics. Then you get into the weapons. Oh my god, mono swords and stuff. All the guns. Plenty of guns. Grenades. More guns. The Tula combat shotgun. Yeah, but that's... I'd have to get a Ronin or probably a Phalanx for that. And by that point, I probably can just make it. So it's not really worth buying at this point. Loads of clothing and armor and decorative stuff, furniture. Oh, machine, some turrets. Ooh, buying a KPV right out the gate would be a massive advantage. More so than the small prison prefab. Probably more than the components, really. Also, really fucking expensive. Yeah, I'm aware. Just, why are you not... Oh, negative. Right. Ooh, boy. I mean, half my money for a KPV. But can I make the ammo for it? Almost assuredly not, right? Where was your ammo? This is 14 by 114. FMJ. I wouldn't be too expensive to have this thing equipped for a lifetime. Damn you bastards. Really? Over 1,000 you're gonna take? Just the exact amount of silver. Why don't you tell me the number and we'll just do that. Alright, is that worth it? For the 1 KPV with 355 rounds? Yeah, I think so. It's a really... I mean, basically, we just don't have any issues at that point. Unless they come from a different direction than where I put the machine gun. Then it's a problem. But yeah, like putting it here, cover a lot of space. Or, yeah, I guess here might be better. I worry about shooting across my pen, though. That's not good. They're days away. It's going to be up to Nap with the Flesh Breaker. Oh, Penna's got a really good weapon. What do they got? Concussion grenades and concussion grenade. Okay. That seems reasonable enough. I mean, you guys are... Alright, let's see the Flesh Breaker in action. Ooh! Oh, whoa, you're popping off there. Okay, you are not... This is not good. Now you're standing in it. Fucking hell. Oh, God. Ducked and... Oh, my God. That's not good. Oh god, you gotta go get a gun. Fuck. Where's the shotty? There. Yeah, they're just gonna kidnap Penna. Oh, he's throwing up. The flesh breaker's getting to him. Fuck. Okay. Got one more good shot with the flesh breaker here. I'm gonna Wazda this shit. There you go. He's pretty flesh broken. That's not really an acceptable outcome, I gotta say. Unless they leave and I can, like, follow them, but I'm already starving to death. Okay, that's not how that should be. They should have a physical presence on the map. So, alright, yeah, it's not great. Damn. The Fleshbreaker just, it was kind of good, but it's a support thing. It's not going to decimate them on its own. Also, she's really inaccurate, and she dropped it, like, in their own pillbox. So that's not so hot. So let's have her just equip the shotgun for now. With Buck. We'll just do single shot. That's what happens when Marok's not here. It's a big risk every time I send her away. And I didn't know concussion grenades were actual just fucking grenades. And that were like frag grenades. I mean, Penna got hit with a fucking frag grenade. I guess she was sitting on top of it, but still. I gotta get packaged survival meals going. If we're gonna be caravanning all the time, I can't rely on just grabbing nutrient meals, which I didn't even do. Okay. Just make it back home. Plenty of nutrient paste waiting for you. This is a pretty cheese strat with this pasture grass from the Tweak mod. Like, I feel like I can feed an army of animals with this pen. Got a hostile scouting party from the Western Republic coming in 5 days. Wow. I'm shocked that I saw them that far out. That's pretty impressive. Or they're really visible for some reason. I remember there being... Maybe they removed it, but I thought there was... You could build, like, scout towers that someone... You could have a colonist man it, and that would increase, like, your scouting range. And then you could see them coming from farther away. I don't see that. It used to be, like, in the security tab. Look at those damage numbers. Holy shit, Marog. Fucking 20 melee. 98% melee hit chance. My food is nearly here, so we'll probably do this raid, and then that will be the end of the video. Oh, my KPV. Where is the KPV? Who has the KPV? You have it. Unload it. Yes, and we're gonna put it right here. Erosion rounds. Badass. So the KPV can shoot down drop pods, but you do have to be manning it when they're coming down, which is pretty unlikely for most purposes. Are you holding the ammo? You are. Unload this shit. So eventually we'll get some more badass turret. Okay, see, why are animals going in my pen and then breaking out? Fuck, go down here. Stay away from my base. I will slaughter you. No, you cannot leave. You will deal with your mad rat that you've caused. So I guess we'll set the auto slaughter for the pigs at 2 and 4. And we won't slaughter pregnant for now, just because I feel like there's so much. And they don't require any maintenance. You don't have to milk them or shear them or anything. You just slaughter them. So theoretically, artisan trade, you want 6 black mayonnaise. Black mayonnaise. Black garlic. Where the fuck am I getting black garlic? Is that a black garlic? Oh, I have to ferment garlic. Yeesh. That's the trouble with those quests that pop up. There's a lot of those sort of artisanal goods, you know? And unless you're already making fucking black garlic, you're not gonna be able to just start that process and get it done and send it off in the time frame they give you, 13 days. I mean, no, like a fermenting process? No way. No way. And so it's just like, I wish you could set it so it's like you put it out in the world. Like, hey, I am making these goods. If you want these goods, let me know. It's not the way it is now is just like they're just throwing this scattershot out into the wind and like, hey, do you happen to have gravy? Do you happen to have black garlic? Do you happen to have all the other ridiculous amount of things you can make? So it's a little tricky to actually pull off. I was shocked I got gravy, which is, I think, the easiest thing you can possibly do. It's just meat in the grinder. But I mean, like, you could just start stockpiling all these artisanal goods. Or at least, like, ingredients for a lot of them. You have a freezer. Like, flour. If someone wanted flour, and literally just grinding up corn, rice, potatoes, chickpeas. chips, you know, you just potatoes or pumpkins or beets, puree, potatoes. So like if you have a big stockpile of potatoes, you cover a lot of ground right there. Citrix, you could just have some oranges or lemons. Like I could have a grove. Actually, there's plenty of lemons on this map anyways, if it came to that. There's some other stuff. It's not really necessary, but they are quests that pop up. I mean, this would give me like 8 honor with the colonial division. And if I happen to already be making black garlic, that's a pretty easy 8 honor. How's that research coming along? Western Republic. What do we got? Okay, this will be pretty easy. But I want to see the KPV in action. So let's get Nap on the KPV. Morocco will be here for backup. What were you doing? Oh shit. Yeah, I forgot the fucking pen. Look at the range on that bad boy. It doesn't even have a max range. It's the whole map. She's not super accurate, though. And the soldats can't equip it, or can't mount it. Yeah, I'd be better putting it here, because then there's much less risk of shooting my animals. But eventually we'll have turrets everywhere. Penna, why don't you go deal with this problem? Actually, you jump. We like to jump to our problems. Boom! Oh, it's so satisfying. Execute. Boom. Downed. Downed, huh? I don't really need... Ooh, triple shooting, but robots. And you have asthma. Ugh. Do I really need another hemogen farm? I don't think so. Sorry, kid. Sorry. All right. Well, that was easy. Most of them are pretty easy. So things are looking well here. We're not really demonic, bloodthirsty raiders that maybe we should be. I was going to say that I'd like to be, but I don't think I'd really like that. That's not really how I do things. Morocco is demonic and bloodthirsty for sure, as far as our enemies are concerned, but we treat our slaves right, god damn it. So at this point, it's going to be just kind of expanding things, doing a lot more research, getting the Soldat army up, and yeah, I don't know. I hesitate to say the next part will be us actually going to destroy a settlement, because they're just tough, man. I mean, these things really are going to be like 30 individuals. It's really unfair. It's just unfair. And then, I mean, we could try a different faction that's maybe a little weaker, but they all are just terrifying. So, I don't know. maybe next time our goal will be to try to pick off a trading caravan. That might be more doable. I'm not quite sure if the combat power here corresponds to like the vanilla point system for raids. But all I can tell you is that I went to their capital and it was horrific. But that was their capital, so yeah. I would like to take a look at one of these, like this one, 1,400 settlement points. I'd like to see that. That'd be a long trip, though. That's 3.5 days. Oops, stop that. Stop it. Stop it. What would that be by, Pilgrim? 2.4 days. That's a long time. That is a very long time. So I think, honestly, yeah, there isn't much point until I have vehicles and a mech army. So my usual goal for these kind of things is like 4 videos. I think that's kind of good. So probably next video will be a while, because I'll want to get ready to raid. So vehicles, mechs, guns, all that good shit. And then in the next video, hopefully we'll actually do some sort of raid, maybe on one of those smaller settlements, and just see how it goes and see if this is even feasible for me. And then after that, the 4th video would be theoretically wiping out the faction and actually winning. But who knows? I mean, it's all pretty speculative. But it's been enjoyable so far. Alright, well, my name is Mangg. Gaming watching has been Rimworld with Rim War. I'll see you fine folks in the next part.